everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have a get ready with me Christmas party look, and I'm not too sure where I'm going to go with the makeup. I'm not too sure how it's going to turn out to be like. I've just got a bunch of makeup sitting here and I'm just going to put it on my face and just kind of go with it. Using primer is going to make your life a lot more easier. So I'm using the MAC matte primer and I'm just going to put just a little bit of this in the T-zone of my face. Now, I previously mentioned before in a video that I wasn't really a fan of this primer, but I have found a way to do it, and I just basically focus this in my T-zone, whereas before I put it all over my face and that just kind of made it a lot achy. So I recently tried it out again and I just put this in my T-zone area and it did look really nice. Moving on to base, I'm going to be using the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour Nude foundation. This is fairly new and I got this a few weeks ago and I've been really loving it. The coverage is really good but it still feels really light on the skin. This is in the colour 100 Ivory and it has SPF 20, and I'm just going to be using a angled flat top kabuki brush to buff this in. So I've really been loving using flat top brushes, and you've probably noticed that in all of my videos. So I have been breaking out a lot recently and I'm not too sure why. I think it's probably because I've been quite ill. I am just getting over pharyngitis and tonsillitis, which is not fun, but I mean, I sound okay in my voice probably, but it's just when I swallow it's like really painful. I think it might be the weather outside as well, because when it's really freezing cold outside my skin just kind of cracks and goes really dry and I just get a load of spots come up, so that's probably what it is. I'm not actually going out to a Christmas party. This is just something I would do for a Christmas party look. So foundation done, I'm going to move on to the next step, which is concealer, and I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Long Wear in the shade NW20. Not only is it good for highlighting, it's also really good for coverage as well. I'm just going to pop this underneath the eye in some sort of triangle shape, because I find that just really helps with the highlighting a lot more. I'm also putting this over the tops of my eyelid just so I am covering up any veins or any redness. So I'm also just going to take this on the bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, the middle of my chin and the middle of my forehead, just to really give it a highlighted look. So I'm now just going to blend all of this in with the same brush as I used for my foundation. I'm just going to move on to the eyes using my Rimmel Exaggerate Undercover Shadow Primer. I'm using an eye primer because, number one, I have quite oily eyelids, which I know sounds quite disgusting, but also it will just keep all the eyeshadow and the eyeliner on for a longer amount of time. I'm going to take my Natural Shadow and Blush Glow Palette by GRWM. I picked this up the other day and I really like it so far. I've only used two of the colours and a little bit of the blush, but the blush is really nice. It's a really nice glowy peachy apricot colour, and you get 4 shimmery ones in here and you get 2 matte, which is a creamy white and a matte brown. I'm just taking the white colour and I'm just going to pop this all over my lid, all the way up to my brow bone, just because I want this to act as a base. So I'm now going to move on to the Foil Finish eyeshadow. Now this is by a brand called Revolution that I never actually heard of until I came across it on their website. So basically you get a little tin that comes with it, and you obviously get the cream eyeshadow, and then you get this little primer, and it's a awesome liquid eye primer. And what you do with this is you just drop a little bit of this into the tin, and then you take a brush, an eyeshadow brush, and you use the eyeshadow and you mix the eyeshadow in with the primer. And then I just tap some of the primer onto the palette. I just do enough primer on the tin for one eye, and I know that if I haven't got enough I will just have to do it again and just use little by little. So I'm using a flat top brush and I'm just going to put this in the eyeshadow, get some of this on the brush. Then I mix it up with the primer so it's going to set as soon as you put it on your eye. And then I simply just pack this all over my lid. You do need to have quite a bit of patience with this because it dries super fast, and then if you leave it too long it will probably cake up, so you need to kind of work a little faster than normal. I think this is such a gorgeous colour, especially for a Christmas party. Before I set my foundation into place, I want to highlight my skin using the cream highlighter from Topshop. This is the colour Polished, and it's such a pretty highlighter. I think highlighters look so gorgeous, but especially this time of the year where it's festive season and you're going to Christmas parties maybe, I think highlighted skin looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to pop this on my cheekbones. It's so gorgeous. I'm also going to bring this up to my brow bone as well. I'm also going to put some on my Cupid's bow and also on the bridge of my nose. So to lock everything into place, I'm going to set underneath my eyes using the BM Beauty Finishing Powder Dewy Perfection. I'm using this on a duo fibre brush because it will still look a lot natural. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my Stay Matte powder with my big Real Techniques powder brush. So moving back onto my eyes, I'm going to take my Revlon Colour Stay eyeshadow palette in the colour 500 Addictive Intoxicant, and I'm going to be using this colour because this is a grey taupey colour, but it's got the tiniest pieces of glitter. So I'm just using this on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go straight in to the crease. I'm going to use my Rimmel Glam Eyes Professional Liquid Liner and just do a really thin line with a tiny little cat flick. The eyeliner isn't really equal, but that doesn't matter. I'm now going to use my mascara, and this is the Maybelline The Colossal Volume Express Mascara, and I'm just going to apply one coat of this on my eye because I'm actually going to be using false ones. Mascara done, I'm now going to quickly fill in my brows using MAC Omega and the MAC 266 brush. So to add a bit more colour to my skin, I'm going to be using my Rimmel Natural Bronzer and my Real Techniques Buffing Brush. And just put this in the hollows of my cheekbones. And to finish the look off, I'm going to be using, surprise surprise, my Nude Collection lipstick by Cheryl. This next step is optional, but I'd like to put on a bit of gloss, and this is the Burt's Bees lip gloss in the colour Blush. This lip gloss is so pretty. I almost forgot to add my lashes, and these are the ones by Primark. These just came in a kit of 4, and I'm not too sure what ones these are called, but I really like them. I wore them in my previous video in my intros. I actually find popping lashes on a lot easier with my fingers. I'm not too sure why, but I just kind of prefer it to tweezers. So this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you would like me to do some more Christmas party looks, then let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye!